Are your houseplants suddenly dropping leaves, turning yellow, or looking miserable the moment winter hits? It's not that you're bad with plants, it's just winter changes everything. Shorter days, drier air, heaters running, cold windows, your plants feel all of it. So today we're going to break down the 7 common mistakes to avoid during the winter season. In winter, houseplants slow down. They're not actively growing, the days are shorter, and the indoor air is cooler. That means that they're using way less water than in the warmer months. If you're still watering on a summer schedule, your plants sit in a damp soil for too long and the roots start to suffocate. Before grabbing the watering can, always touch the soil. If the top layer feels cool or slightly moist, give it more time. Many common houseplants like pothos, monsteros, philodendrons, and snake plants that needed weekly watering in July may only need water every 2 or even 3 weeks in December. Another thing that people forget is that cold water straight from the tap can shock the roots, so always check with your finger and make sure you're using room temperature water. And always check to make sure there's proper drainage. No decorative pots trapping water at the bottom, no full saucers sitting under the pot. Think slow, thoughtful watering instead of your routine watering. One of the fastest ways to kill a healthy plant is placing it next to a fireplace, a heater, or a vent. Tips turn brown, soils dry out almost instantly, and the plant goes into survival mode. Move your plants a little further from vents and heating units. Even a meter can make a huge difference. If your home gets especially dry in winter, give them a bit of humidity by grouping plants together, placing a water-filled pebble tray under the pot, or running a humidifier nearby. Think of it like creating a tiny tropical microclimate to counteract winter dryness. This is the second biggest struggle for almost everyone. Winter light is shorter, weaker, and often blocked out by cloudy days. Even bright windows aren't as bright as they were in summer. If your plant starts to grow long, stretched out stem or loses leaves from the bottom up, that's a sign that it's not getting enough light. Move your plants closer to windows, southeast or southwest, windows are great, and rotate them every week or so the entire plant gets exposure. And if you live in a really dark space, a small grow light can help keep your plants looking full and healthy. Just a couple of hours of supplemental light can completely transform a struggling winter plant. Roots tell you the real story. When a plant looks sad, most people only look at the leaves, but the problem is usually hiding below the soil line. If the plant droops, refuses to absorb water, or the soil feels weirdly compacted, gently slide it out of the pot. Healthy roots should be pale and firm. If they're brown, mushy, or smell sour, you're dealing with an early root rot. Trim the damaged parts, repot with fresh soil, and let the plant recover in bright, indirect light. Sometimes the plant hasn't rotted, it has simply outgrown its pot and needs a bigger home. A 10-second root check can save a plant that looks like it's on its last breath. If you need winter care tools, soil pots, or fresh houseplants to brighten up your life, please come and visit us at Wildwood Outdoor Living. We can help you choose the right plants and supplies to make your plants thrive. When the temperatures drop and the days shorten, most plants enter a rest phase. They're not actively pushing new growth, so fertilizing can overwhelm them. Instead of helping, it leads to a salt buildup in the soil or weak, leggy growth. Pause fertilizing until early spring unless you're using intense grow lights. Even then, stick to a gentler, diluted feeding. Think of winter as a quiet reset and not an intense growing season. This is a sneaky one that most people don't think about. Windows leak air, doors open and close, and temperature swings at night are more dramatic than we realize. Many tropical houseplants can get stressed or even damaged when exposed to cold drafts. If you notice leaves turning yellow overnight or the plant suddenly collapsing, temperature shock might be the culprit. Move sensitive plants a few inches away from cold windows at night, avoid placing them in entryways, and stabilize the temperature around them so they don't have to fight the cold every day. Many people assume that when winter comes, pests disappear with the warm weather. But indoors, it's far from true. Spider mites, mealybugs, aphids, and even tiny scale insects can thrive in winter conditions, especially when your plant is stressed from lower light, dry air, or inconsistent watering. Because plants grow more slowly in winter, pest infestations can go unnoticed for weeks, quietly weakening your plants from the inside out. The best defense is a proactive approach. Take a few minutes every week to inspect both sides of leaves, stems, and even new growth for tiny specks, webbing, or sticky residue. If you spot pests, treat them immediately with a plant-safe, gentle formula. New plants are another common source of infestation. Even a single infected leaf can introduce pests to your entire collection, so it's important to quarantine new additions for at least a week. While inspecting, look for subtle changes in leaf color, curling, or tiny bite marks. These are all clues that pests may be present. You can also wipe the leaves with a damp cloth, which not only removes dust and improves photosynthesis, but also physically removes small pests before they can multiply. Now that you know the 7 mistakes that most people make, your plants will stay healthy and alive until spring. If this helped, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a little plant emoji down below so we know who our favorite fans are.